Hello, Kevin Mills here, inviting you to join me on a little march down memory lane. In the fall of 1978, I was a freshman at the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities campus. I auditioned for the marching band as a snare drummer. Two freshmen made the snare drum line that year. One was yours truly, the other was a fellow named Paul Sisler. Paul and I quickly became inseparable pals, and the drum line started calling us the Siamese twins. Here's a picture of me and Paul back in the fall of 1978. By the size of this stadium, this appears to be our trip to Ann Arbor, Michigan with the Gopher football team. The band killed it that day. The Gopher football team, well, you can't win them all, right? Now that was over 40 years ago, and I'm happy to say that today, Paul and I are still making music together. Maybe someday I'll tell you about these other two characters. But let's get back to 1978. When we were marching on the street, one of the tunes that we played was the Minnesota March. For some unknown reason, Paul and I thought it would be good if we would add a little something special to our interpretation of the Minnesota March. I'm going to play this for you the way Paul and I played it that season. See if you can hear one note that sticks out as maybe just a little bit louder than perhaps it should. Okay? Now I am going to need a marching band here. Did you hear it? Did you hear the one note? Now Paul and I were the only two guys in the entire band hitting the crud out of that one note just out of the blue. Why we thought that was acceptable, I have no idea. Dave Moy, if you're watching this, we apologize. We were young, we were foolish. You deserve better than that, buddy. I'm sorry. So here we were, back in Minneapolis, game day, we're on the street, we're doing the Minnesota March, and I'm feeling my oats that day, and I'm going to lay into that note, and I know Paul's going to lay into that. And I just smacked the crud out of it. Paul didn't play the note. And I'm thinking, well, what? You think you can trust a guy, and he just leaves me hanging out to dry. Okay, well, if that's the way, okay. So we get to the end of the route, and I get up to Paul, and I say, Paul, why didn't you hit the big note on Minnesota March? And Paul said, I did hit it. Why didn't you hit it? True story.